Before I start this video, viewers, I want to thank Christina Diedrich. Christina Diedrich is from the US. She has joined me on Patreon. She is the first person who has joined me on Patreon, viewers. A few days ago, I shared a post and a link in community section of my channel. You can visit this link in the community section. I invited viewers to join me on Patreon so that the viewers can appear in videos, in question answer sessions, in talk shows on this channel. Christina Diedrich has joined me on Patreon. Thank you, Christina. Now coming back to the video, viewers. Today's video. Tigray Defense Forces have carried out an attack in Amhara state, viewers. Reportedly, the attack has been carried out in Miraq area. Name of the place is Miraq, viewers. Miraq is situated in Amhara state. This is the second attack by Tigray Defense Forces in Amhara state in less than 2 months. What is the purpose of this attack, viewers? Why did Tigray Defense Forces carry out the attack inside Amhara state? Is it due to increased pressure on Tigray Defense Forces exerted by Eritrean forces in central Tigray that Tigray Defense Forces have carried out an attack in Amhara state? Or is it a sign of TDF getting stronger? I'll have a detailed look at this attack, viewers. Firstly, viewers, the attack was carried out by Tigray Defense Forces in Miraq, and reportedly Amhara Special Forces were targeted and dozens of Amhara Special Forces soldiers have been killed. I have some pictures showing dead bodies of Amhara soldiers. Pictures are very graphic. I'm not showing the pictures, viewers. Reportedly, some reinforcements also arrived on the scene of fighting, but the reinforcements were also targeted by TDF and they also suffered damage. So heavy damage was suffered by Amhara Special Forces and additional reinforcements in this fighting. Fighting was still underway till yesterday, viewers. Now coming back to the question, why did TDF carry out an attack inside Amhara state? Viewers, why did the TDF carry out first attack in Amhara state, which occurred at the start of March, if you remember? If you remember, viewers, the attack which was carried out at the start of March was in Amhara zone of Amhara state. The Sagbij and Tasata towns of Amhara zone in Amhara state were targeted by Tigray Defense Forces. BBC did a story on that. BBC claimed in the story that TDF fighters had entered Amhara zone. They had looted some medical supplies and some other items of daily use in Amhara zone, views. So that was the first attack. The attack was carried out by TDF because pressure was building upon TDF in central Tigray. If you remember, viewers, that first attack of March was carried out after TDF had lost Samre and Gijit. TDF was in control of Samre, but ENDF launched heavy airstrikes and artillery strikes, and TDF had to withdraw from Samre. And after that, ENDF were preparing to launch an offensive on central Tigray. So in that scenario, TDF decided to launch attacks in Amhara state and Amhara zone were targeted. Thousands of TDF fighters managed to enter Amhara state. And the purpose of that attack was to ease the pressure which was mounting upon TDF towards central Tigray. Here again, I see the same pattern, viewers, though my TDF supporters who are my viewers might not agree with this assessment, but I think this attack which was carried out in Miraq by TDF is a sign that TDF are under pressure in central Tigray. In order to release this pressure, TDF has decided to target Amhara state viewers. Supply lines have been choked to some extent viewers, so it is a way of opening up supply lines as well. Now, viewers, Eritrean forces have definitely penetrated central Tigray because fighting is still underway in several areas of central Tigray. Eritrean forces are right inside central Tigray. That is why Tigray Defense Forces have decided to hit Amhara state. This attack is not surprising for me, viewers. What is surprising is that there was no preparations by ENDF and Amhara state forces. This attack was expected. ENDF must have been prepared for that, but they were not, viewers. Either they are facing shortage of strength or they took it lightly, viewers. But it was very much expected that if TDF would be cornered in central Tigray, they would definitely hit Amhara state. So that is what we are seeing now, that TDF have decided to penetrate Amhara state. Fighting was still going on till yesterday in Amhara state. Lastly, viewers, the strategy which has been adopted by Eritrean forces to storm central Tigray is not well coordinated with ENDF and Amhara forces. I mean, Eritrean forces are launching an offensive on central Tigray from northern side, from Aksum, Shire, and from Adwa. I think an ideal strategy would have been Eritrean forces from north and ENDF from south, from Amhara side and from northwestern side of Tigray. But we are seeing that ENDF and Amhara state forces are not part of this operation. It is only Eritrean forces which are penetrating central Tigray from northern side. ENDF are not even preparing for an onslaught on Amhara, and also Amhara regional forces, they're not prepared for an onslaught by TDF on Amhara state. They should have been part of this offensive from southern and northwestern sides, along with Eritrean forces from northern side, to launch a joint offensive on central Tigray. But it's only Eritrean forces which are fighting in central Tigray. TDF seem to be under pressure in central Tigray. This attack is a sign that they are under pressure, viewers, because Eritrean forces have managed to penetrate central Tigray. But the problem for Eritrean forces and ENDF is that ENDF is nowhere to be seen in this offensive. Eritrean forces alone cannot capture central Tigray and keep on holding to central Tigray, because they need Amhara regional forces. They need ENDF from eastern side, from southern sides. But so far the support of ENDF and Amhara regional forces is missing. But the attack inside Amhara state by Tigray Defense Forces has been confirmed, viewers. And if Eritrean forces continue making inroads in central Tigray, we could see more such attacks by TDF inside Amhara state, viewers. Thanks for watching.